Welcome. I don't know what to say here. We're probably gonna cut that beginning part out. Welcome. This is going to be my speed build series for Jurassic World Evolution 3. You're probably wondering, dang, what is he doing? Why is he making a bunch of squares? Well, I'm recreating these farmlands, because this is the ranch. A lot of people are building, national parks, themed parks, all that stuff in regards to, the normal stuff you would probably do with a Jurassic World / park game. But some of the dinosaurs, and especially the new foliage, as well as, the workshop, as well as modular building, gave me the idea to make, some type of realistic, well, I say realistic with asterisks there, farmland in this game. The Nasutoceratops looks like a bull. So that's what really inspired majority of this for me to do all this, as well as the sadness of how Dominion is. They don't actually really go into the world of there's dinosaurs in our world. So I wanted to do a little small corner piece of this could be somewhere in real life. You're just driving through some random farm area, or just through the countryside, and you're like, oh look, these guys have caught Nasutoceratops. So that'd be pretty cool. And yeah, I mean, the majority of it is just me, terraforming. I was thinking about doing another video in regards to the scaling issue in this game. Maybe I could talk about that here, because it'll give me something to talk about. But yeah, and that's exactly what we're gonna be talking about. I have 3 points here. Not really, I just said 3 points because it sounds like I actually have 3 points. I'm not really going to be talking about the speed build at the moment, mainly just because it's literally just me putting in all the paintbrushes in. I guess I'll talk about it for a little bit. The farmland, I'm pretty sure there's some type of uniformity, I don't know if that's a word, but it's a new word now, in regards to how they plant their stuff. Technically, there is a workshop build for wheat, but this game has the issue where if you build something and you get away from it, it becomes low polished and it looks super ugly from up top. So maybe we'll do those, but I think we need to do them in small batches. But there's a solar panel one too, like a solar panel farm, so I'm gonna try to integrate that later. But there's a scaling issue in Jurassic World Evolution 3. Now you're probably wondering, what is this random guy who doesn't know what he's talking about? Well, this is super simple to pretty much explain. So, since they added modular building, you can pretty much build anything to scale in this game if you put the time and effort to it. So if you decide to, build an actual interior of a building, specifically the Innovation Center buildings, I'm blanking on the person's name, but I'll show it up on screen here. He made the, the raptor, dang, I have it on the screen. Why can't I remember? He made the kitchen scene. Now, I don't know if that's to scale in regards to actually how it is. But the raptors, I mean, they seem to scale in there. And it's not an issue to him. This is an issue in regards to the video game. If you were to put that building next to the actual Innovation Center, it wouldn't scale properly. And that also happens with also the terrain in this game. It's like that meme was I feel like something's wrong here, but I just can't prove it. That's this situation in regards to the terrain. Because I think what a lot of people are trying to do now is trying to make natural enclosures or natural looking terrain. Also, this music is booming. And they try to go through the process of making everything look organic and natural. And that's really hard, because in real life, it's not as simple as, oh, it's just a curve over this mountain. No, there's the the different layers of earth and all that stuff, and it's what's forming it to make it this way, and how the trees grow over. I don't think you'll ever find a random jagged piece in real life. I mean, you might find rocks, but I doubt you're gonna walk around and find a jagged piece of dirt somewhere. And so when you try to do that in this game, either it's because we don't have enough space, as in we are limited to the square maps in regards to them being the biggest maps, or it's the fact that the scaling is a little off. And a good example of this is that you can try to make the most best looking, you know, I guess geographical looking terrain build, but it would not compare to what is in the background of these square maps. Those big mountains back there, and even technically those mountains are in scale as well with your builds as well as the dinosaurs. If you were to place the dinosaurs over there, they would look, I would say, probably very huge in comparison to how the mountains probably should be. Now, I'm no mountain expert, but I mean, technically, if I start stacking buildings up, these mountains are going to be tall. And if I put a T-Rex next to these mountains, I'm like, yo, that T-Rex is mad big in comparison to that big mountain. So, I think that is an issue. And I might go into detail one day if I decide to lock in. But I still have a life, I still have a job. And respectfully, I'm not like angry enough to do crunching the numbers. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to that. If I'm aggravated, I will do everything in my power to be like, hey, this is how it is. And if I'm wrong, you just will never see that video. So that means I'm infinitely wrong because I haven't posted the video yet. But that is also wrong on its own because I haven't posted the video that I was wrong. Checkmate. But here I'm just doing the outline. I guess we talked about the building now. I'm doing the outline of the map. And now we'll be doing the actual outline of where the farm will go. This will be the main focus of this build series. I say series, it's probably going to be like 3 episodes, depending on how much I want to put in here. Because in reality, it's going to be full with just farmland. And, you know, you can't really do a lot in farmland because it's all flat, as you saw in that picture. But here I'm making, you know, just outline. We're probably going to have 3 enclosures here. But I do have plans to do some, I think maybe 1 more build video after this for this little series. Maybe 3. This is going to be something small because in reality, like I said, farmland is really small. But here I'm just going through the workshop. As you saw, I got Waffle House there. To look for anything related to, you know, farm related stuff. And surprisingly, not a lot of people have done anything farm related. So I already made a building that no one has made on the workshop. So I will be posting it, depending on how long this video will be, either in this video or next video. But it's really cool. It also adds scale as well. If someone else decides to do, you know, maybe I want to do a farm build ranch, then they can copy that and put it in there. So it adds, you know, variety, makes, you know, the actual, you know, map look like it's lived in. And this is what I was talking about in regards to wheat. Someone did make wheat at the workshop. Mind you, all these codes will be down in the description. We don't gatekeep here. Hashtag no gatekeeping. But as you can see here, I'm above it on the map, and it just looks weird. It just looks not really that great. So we end up canning it. And after a little lunch break, we are now doing just random scenery. You know, in real life, there's always those random rivers wherever you drive. So here, I'm just deciding to add, you know, a little bit of variety. Not everything will be farmland, as well as, like I said, this, you know, not a lot of the things you can do with the giant square maps once you decide to fill it all out. So just adding, you know, rivers and jazz like that. But after we finish that, we decide to make at least one of the enclosures by making the entrances here and placing down this Waffle House. Yes, we are placing down a Waffle House. I just thought it was funny, so I ended up doing that and ended up looking for a parking lot and then spent time doing that. So we can see that later. But now we make the actual enclosure. Someone made a box on the workshop, so I ended up just taking that box. And obviously I ended up adding more jazz to it. Because this is going to be the Nasutoceratops enclosure. I don't know why I keep messing up on that name. Here I'm just looking for the perfect, you know, type of wood to make a door. Or a giant gate, really. And I found this piece. So we ended up just making a little archway. Obviously, this is, as I mentioned, previous builds. You know, this is pretty much my first experiences using the modular building. So it may come off as like, yo, this guy's really slow. 1, I'm always slow. 2, I'm always slow. And 3, this is new to me. So then we made the gate. And at this point now, we're just going to fill it in with stuff, deciding what I should do, you know, up the terrain. Technically, in comparison to some other farmland, this is a big enclosure, or a small enclosure. But, you know, we work what we got in regards to scale here. And I decided to place this in. Like I said, this will be in the description below. And this is the solar panel farm I was talking about earlier. And I ended up placing it, but I think later on I ended up deleting it because it just does not look good. So it is mainly just because if you look at it from above, it looks weird, or maybe it's because I'm not doing it right. So I'll probably look up videos and let's say videos, pictures of like solar panel farms, see how they look. They're probably curved and they have some type of cool nature to them. I don't know why I'm frozen here, but now we have the Nasutoceratops, and now we'll cut back to me chilling here because pretty much that's it at this point. We're just decorating the park. Welcome. Yes, welcome. This is the ranch. Everything's finished, everything's done, and I will show that off today. But this is ahead in the future, so spoilers. But this is the Nasutoceratops enclosure. Said it right the first time. Look at them grazing. The bulls. So the males are darker in color, while the females are lighter in color, which is kind of hard to tell because we're far away. But you can tell with her. And there's some babies running around somewhere. Oh, there they go. There's the little babies. They're hopping. So, but let's go down and check all that out. Look at this beautiful build someone made. So we can go down here, walk down the stairs, walk down the stairs, walk all the way over here, and then go to this. Which, to be honest, we could just go this. First person. Now I had to put this here because they like to break out. If I didn't, this is the ranch. And also, just look at this. Let me remove the UI. Just look at that. That looks amazing. I know I mentioned there's a scaling issue, but it still looks beautiful. And that this is what farmland is after a while. It just becomes looking at the scenery. But you can see the females are white, and the bulls are in black in nature. How does it look? It looks a bit better. So I have another issue with many things in this game, and that being this. Look how ugly these models look now. Because they're just transferred over to 3 games. These guys were like deep fried. They need to update these models. Especially the male and the female ones. Because there's a male version of the Nasutoceratops. But even if they don't do it that way, I like how the horns are bigger in comparison to the female ones. But this looks horrible, man. I have full max settings. That's why I cut for it. And he just looks weird. It looks like something I can't say on YouTube. But this is the enclosure. I think it looks pretty snazzy. Oh, perfect. There's social animation right in front of me. Oh. Domestic violence. Look away, little ones. And look at the little baby. Let's get into something. See, these guys look way better. Actually, let's pause the game. Look, you can see so much detail there. He actually, look. You don't have that on these nerds. Look at that. What's that? You know what? It's whatever. It's whatever, little one. Your mom just looks ugly. Oh my god, he's shit. He loafing. He woven. But if we start running, run. We have this. Will be in the description below, as well as this hay bale. Floating. I'll have to change that. So is this. I don't know why this is like that. We could change that too. But I mean, that's pretty much it. No spoilers. But that's the goal with this. To make a ranch, get their nest and all that stuff. Some rocks, get some foliage, and this is where they came in. So probably next video will be talking about that. Yep. That right there. Also, look at that shot, man. Actually, can we go into cinematic mode? Okay. Let's find a tricyclopods. Is that floating? Just look at that, man. Ooh, that guy's perfect. Stop moving. Just look at that. Oh my goodness. Looks amazing. The cloud coming over the mountain. Oh, perfect. And he's laying down. Oh my goodness. Oh, but he's halfway through the ground. Okay, well, way to ruin it, man. Way to ruin it. Look at that. Oh my god. You know what? How about you? The baby taking on the world. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's the next episode right there on the left. No one's made power lines. So I will put these on the workshop at the very end of this, but they will be in my next video. So don't forget to like, subscribe for more content like this. Now I haven't posted in a while, but respectfully, I'm my own man at the end of the day. So this is what I was talking about. Look, free isn't training on this mountain. But don't forget to like, subscribe for more content like this. I don't know if I plan to keep doing Dress World Evolution videos. At this point, I'm just going to do whatever I really want and what I feel like at the moment. I do have a small obligation to keep doing YouTube stuff for myself, and also just to feel like, you know, better for you guys. Whoa. But don't forget to like, subscribe for more content like this. Hope to see you in the future. Whoa. Whoa. I'm getting so distracted. I was looking for a baby. And have a majestic day.